All right, y'all. So we starting a new year off the right way. You know what I'm saying? And so I got my materials, got my tools. You know what I'm saying? So in this video, what I'm gonna be doing is making a pair of earrings. So I just wanted to get this on camera. You know, I currently don't have a tripod, so I'm gonna do this in sections. So thank y'all for watching. Okay, so as far as the material, we are working with, what's that say? 1.3 millimeters as far as the wire. And as far as the stone goes, we're working with let's see if I can get it to clamp on. I guess you can see that there. A 5 millimeter stone, 5.9 to be exact. So what we'll be doing here is taking a portion of this silver wire right here and cutting it to size, and I'll be back as soon as I get that cut. Okay, so for this specific project, you would need a pair of round nose pliers to be able to make your what is it called, your jump ring. And as you can see right here, I have marked the size of the jump ring that I will need, and this particular size, one moment, would be, I want to say, right at, let's see, what is that? Come up to it. Let's see if you can zoom in on that. Right at 3.59, which is 3.5. So you need to be able to make a 3.5 millimeter jump ring in order for your earrings to have a nice seating. All right, after I get my materials cut and sized, I'll be right back. And thank you again for watching. So as you can see here, I got one jump ring completed. I'm working on the next. And so I need to reduce the size of this one right here and make it the size of that one as well. So I'll get back to y'all as soon as I get that done. So after you get your jump rings formed, you will need to cut off about four of these little let's see, I guess you could call them stems, pegs, whatever you would like to call them, but they would have to be basically cut at like about 9 centimeters. I mean millimeters. You know what I mean? So that you could go ahead and make your 4-corner claw. So as soon as I get that done, I'll be back. Okay, now that I got my little, I guess you could call them little clamps. You know what I'm saying? They're shaped like C's, so I'm going to call them clamps. So now that I got those all formed and whatnot, what you will want to do is put them in this little X formation. You know what I'm saying? And after you get them in this X formation, you will want to go ahead and solder those together. So after I get them soldered, I will be back. Yes. Glorious. Okay, so now that I got them oriented on my fire block, what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit them with a little spray flux. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the solder on them. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. So what you want to do See that? Make sure you hit them with that flux, baby. You know what I mean? You hit them with that flux. Get your hard solder. And you could also use medium, but me personally, I kind of like the hard solder. So I'm gonna get that placed. You know what I mean? Once you get your solder placed on there, you'll be able to fire them on up. All right. So I get back to that after I get them good and set. All right. Thank y'all. All right. So here we go with the hard solder and the flux. That one got done. Don't take all that much heat at all. Boom. You know what I'm saying? After that, what you want to do, you want to quench this in some type of acid bath. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I'm going to wait. And so, let me go get me some water and quench these. So I will be back. So after you get your pieces welded together, what you will need to do is go ahead and set your post. Now there's one or two ways that you'll be able to set your post, which you can put some solder on there and try to solder it together. Me personally, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, a minute. I don't know if you can read it on there, but it's a 9.5 drill bit. And I'm just going to drill a hole so that way I'll be able to set my posts, then solder them so they will basically stand on their own without trying to hold it and solder it and getting weird angles. So after I get that done, or I get my hose drilled, I'll come back and show y'all how I like to set it. All right, thank you. So this is after you get your hose drilled and your little post set or whatnot. Oh, I didn't show y'all the part where the hole is drilled. But see, you drill your hole and you be able to let that focus 1 minute. You be able to set your posts inside the hole so you won't be trying to solder like this and trying to get a straight stem, you know what I mean? And so, let me try to get this back in there. Boom. Oh. Thank you. You see? Oh, focus, baby. There we go. Dang. But that's your hole straight through. After you get that done, what you will want to do, go ahead and flux it and set your solder, which is the next step I'm finna do. And so, as soon as I get done with that, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it fluxed. Now I'm just placing my solder. You will want to place your solder on the side right there. So that, ooh. Get my other little piece of solder. Alrighty, so those are my little pieces of solder set. I kind of wanted to set them up down a little bit better than that. There we go. I like the way that one placed. Look like naturally I would want to turn that one around. I don't want to set the other one up like that. That way I feel like it's flowing. Alright. So once you get your solder placed, you'll be able to get your torch going. And let it flow into place just like that. You know? Now it's time for your pickle. As you can see, it flowed all the way through and around. And as well with this one. Alright, so after it comes out the pickle, I'll go ahead and show y'all what that's going to look like. Alright, thank you for watching. Alright, so after you get your pieces soldered together, what you want to do is take some needle nose pliers and go ahead and bend your ends up so you can go ahead and make your the shape you were trying to make. And after you make your shape, I don't know if you could see it. Hold on. Probably not that one. But you're gonna take a diamond file and go ahead and file in your little grooves so your jump ring will be able to fit. And so I only got two hands at the moment. One's holding the camera. So once I make my little grooves, I'll come back and show y'all my grooves and how you can fit your jump ring in. Okay, now I got my third hand set up. I already got it fluxed, as you can see. I got a little chip of solder on there. So from here, I'm finna go ahead and scrape my torch. and get one side soldered. Oh. And that is why I should have used medium solder. I did not expect that, baby. Well, this will be going into bloopers. Alright, hold on, y'all. Alright, so I got it all soldered up. Just waiting on the pickle to do its job. Then out of the pickle and in with the diamonds. Okay, hold on. Waiting for it to focus. But as you can see, I got my diamond set. You know what I mean? Got them shining, looking good. You know what I mean? The stems are on them. Now, baby. Now, as you can see, I kind of messed up. But for my first pair of earrings, I like them. As you can see, look, on the side, one's, I guess, is more kind of extended a little bit, more than the other one. But I had to chop that one down to size just to make that one work out. But this one right here, yeah, I like the way it came out. Like, look at that. This one, it's more of a, how would you say? But I got my diamond spacing. That's what I was trying to work on this one, was the spacing between the end of it right here. I don't know, but as for this one right here, like, the diamond spacing is way more elevated than it needed to be. That's why I tried to go shorter with this one. You know, you gotta close the space in between the ear. This one would do more dangling than this one would. This one would sit on the ear perfectly. But as far as getting them mounted and everything, baby, I did that. There we go. Look at that. And I probably do need to work on soldering a little bit. But for my first pair, baby, I did that. Look at this. Hello. Y'all got any tips or tricks that I could use? Go ahead, put it in the comments. And yeah, baby. Yeah. Sparkling. Thank y'all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.